We are coming to the end of Pride Month, but the party's not over. For 5 years now, Pride Southside has celebrated the LGBTQI plus community and its contributions to Chicago with a special event at the DuSable Black History Museum and Education Center, July 1st. And here to talk about it is Adrienne Irmer from Pride Southside. You want to keep the party going, huh?
Oh, yes, absolutely. But something that's probably lesser known is that Black Pride weekend is actually July 1st. That first.
Oh,
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
There's not a whole lot of difference other than the intersectionality, right? Queerness as it exists is something that all, races and genders occupy.
Right.
But we noticed that there was a dearth of spaces for Black and brown queer folks to celebrate, and not just celebrate for fun, but celebrate safely and celebrate in a way that is fully inclusive. Yeah.
So many Black accomplishments from gay people, and we don't know that a lot. I think it's just life in general. We don't know about the Black accomplishments, and you guys want to bring that out too, right?
Yes. So last year at our festival, we unveiled sort of a teaser of an exhibit about Black queer history in the city of Chicago. And something that's unique about our celebration is that it's also intergenerational. So the queer history keepers of the city of Chicago, we partner with them, the Ubuntu Center. Charles Nelson is one of the elders in the community, and he's collected artifacts and history of all of the contributions of queer artists, queer business folks. A lot of folks don't know that Bronzeville actually has a huge Black queer history, and some of those venues back in the day were the first venues to feature queer artists and musicians, queer comedians,
and they could be free and not, criticized.
Oh, absolutely. It was, I think back in that day it was probably a don't ask, don't tell sort of vibe to it, but it wasn't sort of how we see today, where things have become, polarized and in some places very dangerous for queer folks, specifically Black trans women.
And you get a double thing. I mean, not only are you queer, which, a lot of people don't like, but you're a woman and you're Black.
Yeah.
So that's actually double. That's three blows right there. How difficult is that to deal with?
I mean, I joke around with my friends. I'm straightish. I'm like more of the B on the spectrum. And my experience is nowhere near the same as obviously somebody who occupies a non-binary identity or somebody who is trans. Those experiences are very different. And so, I hold that space and I honor that experience. And, I sort of just bring to this work an understanding that we all deserve all of the letters, all of the identities deserve, especially at the intersection of Blackness and brownness, a space to exist peacefully,
without judgment.
Celebrate all of the amazing things that we do, elevate our art, and collaborate across that the racial line, and building bridges between Black and brown communities too.
I was talking with someone who is part of the Pride Fest, and how he says that they're canceling the culture so much now, and there's so much negativity, so much judgment about it right now, politically especially.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's tough.
Oh, it's awful. It's truly awful that, we're seeing mass exodus of families with trans children from these awful red states who are
Wade leaving Florida
to create harm. But we also have to acknowledge that those families have the privilege and the access and the resources to do that. And meanwhile, we've got babies and children who are suffering, in silence with their families, just trying to exist and gain access to gender-affirming care that really anyone should have access to. I mean, gender-affirming care is also inclusive of
people who aren't
cisgendered heterosexual women. I mean, when we think about just like the healthcare world for women and Black women, it's gender affirming care is also part of that.
Thank you so much. Good luck. Have fun.
Appreciate it. Yes.
Pride
Come
Southside,
and
Saturday, July 1st at the DuSable Black History Museum and Education Center. Say hello to your mother, Perry Irmer, who is head of DuSable. You can find more details at pridesouthside.org.